Two marbles entered the manager of the disc casino at the same time, and in an instant he was struck as if by lightning. He had clearly set the tilt to the maximum. According to reason, the marble never had a chance to go into the hole, and indeed, just as the manager had predicted, after circling for 2.5 laps, the two marbles, without exception, all of them entered the recycling port. Furious, he punched the machine with a fist. Up to now, he overcame one challenge after another, carefully accumulating mechanisms for victory. Now, are you going to lose to luck? In an instant, Kaiji's gaze began to twist his consciousness, and at that moment, he began to waver. But when he saw the reclamation opening in the corner, a bold idea burst through his mind. That is right. It was a miraculous road to victory. Now Kaiji was confident he could definitely win. However, heaven was unkind, and the last 10 million in the academy was also spent by him. Store manager was overjoyed by the scene. He excitedly raised the emptied safe and proudly shouted at Kai, "You worthless piece of trash, get back underground already." But the next second, Kai said something. This instantly shocked the store manager again.
Is that gold?
Case used the excuse of going to the bathroom to call Endo and the others into the restroom. Endo immediately realized Kis's intention. He decisively stated that he had no money to lend him, but in the next second, it opens its head. He directly exposed him. He had already seen that the little brother's side bag contained the 10 million he was about to run away from, so he asked Endo to lend him money for a flash, and Endo instantly flew into a rage. He angrily cursed Case, the troublemaker, saying that he originally only owed a few million to a good guy. Now he has made him apologize for 50 million. If you lend him this money again, after saying there would be no turning back, he was about to leave this place. Case immediately called out to the Lord and said he had discovered a way to win 100%. Then he drags the entire plan out of Endo, hesitating after hearing it. One can imagine the life of hardship ahead. It was better to take a gamble with Kiss, the better. So, he painfully lent the remaining 10 million. Without hesitation, he signed the IOU. Excitedly, he came to the store manager holding the money. When you see the thick banknotes in his hand, onlookers all thought this was a crazy move. But precisely because of his unconventional behavior, the manager realized the other side might be plotting some kind of conspiracy. To be safe, the store manager requested another magnetic examination of Keys. He even checked every piece of money he brought. At this moment, he understood his situation very clearly. The 10 million just now was all just luck. The 10 million in front of him might not be the same. The best solution now is to wait for the trump card to arrive. His stalling behavior caused widespread dissatisfaction, while the manager was at a loss, but his underling brought him some good news. In an instant, the manager showed a lecherous, wicked grin. The earlier panic instantly turned into calm. He calmly agreed to change the marble card for Keys. This unusual behavior made Yuan Tang feel something was wrong and start to think about it, but he looked indifferent, as long as he could sit back into the swamp again. What awaited him was the dawn of victory, as the 10 million marble cards were inserted into the machine. This century-old battle was finally able to continue. Meanwhile, the manager beside him showed a hint of ecstasy because he has absolute confidence in the double tilt. Although marbles have a certain chance of entering the second layer, marbles that lose centrifugal force, it was absolutely impossible to pass the second level. And indeed, just as the manager had imagined, none of Kai's marbles could enter the third layer. Watching the other party waste another 5 million for nothing, the store manager excitedly walked up behind Kai and mocked, "Little trash, you'll never pass the second level in your lifetime because I used double tilt." Wen Ting's words gave a wickedly charming smile. "Silly, do you think I don't know? Soon you'll cry because of the double tilt." Then he turned and asked the Endo behind him for a roll of tape.
Divine luck. I am not my power. 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 I am not my ability. 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 I am not capable of doing so. I am not my ability. I am not capable of doing so.
Next is a detailed analysis of this episode. This time, Kiss did not break down after losing money, besides discovering that Endo was also hiding 10 million, and even discovered a miraculous turnaround move, a reason enough to convince Endo to obediently accept the money. So what exactly is this secret weapon? From the above, we can clearly see this. The corner retractor doesn't seem to have a bullet ejection. This also means the recycling pipeline is blocked. That means the marble won't fall into the recycling port at all. He would only move step by step toward the winning spot. This basically turns probabilistic questions into absolute ones. Endo is very likely to be persuaded for this reason. And there is another detail in this episode. That is, when Kiss signed the IOU, he didn't even look at the contract at the time of signing. The biggest taboo is not reading the rules, as this could easily set the stage for future plot developments. This episode also teaches us a lesson: human potential, often triggered by decisions with no way out. When conventional thinking fails and resources run out, the brain is forced to seek out unconventional and disruptive solutions.